Welcome. This is Annuity News Now. Last week, the Illinois Secretary of State, Jesse White, hinted that indexed annuities are securities in an order he issued barring two advisors from selling securities in that state. My guest is Jack Marrion. He is president of Advantage Compendium, a St. Louis indexed annuity research firm, and he says this is really a cautionary tale for annuity advisors. Jack, welcome back. Thanks for talking with us today.
Good to be here. I wish it was a happier subject.
Well, yeah, we were hoping that this was all put to bed with Dodd-Frank, but again, maybe we should recap here what actually happened.
Well, the story here, the allegation here, is that the agents who were also investment advisors failed to act as, I guess, good investment advisors. That would be the final allegation of this. And the cases they're talking about used index annuities. So that being the involvement of the state in that these are registered investment advisors.
Okay. So these were 12 cases where these two advisors had liquidated an existing product to purchase an EIA. And is this the result of some sort of consumer complaint here? Is this what caught their eye, or what?
There was a totally unrelated complaint on a VA contract. But the state came in and did what state regulators do. They went on a fishing trip and went through over 1,000 files and found 12 that they thought they could act on.
So what do you get from this? I mean, if we were to talk to a world of advisors out there who are listening, this is a worst case scenario of what can happen. What would be your advice?
Well, another thing on this case is it is being appealed, so it's not over yet.
Right.
But the key thing in all this is I investigate a lot of regulatory actions. And this case, as with others, the ultimate case, the ultimate punishment, had little to do with the initial complaint. What happened was not a result of the initial complaint. It's a result of what happens when the securities people you appear on their radar. So cautionary tale number one is you need to understand all the products you're dealing with and the ramifications of what you do, and keep your consumers happy so they don't file complaints. That's one.
Okay.
The second thing is you need to separate your life into what is advisory activities and what is not. Now, in this case, I don't know if everything was an advisory activity, but I know for several advisors, they wear two hats. They have an advisory hat and an agent hat. And the state securities department has no right, based on my reading, to come in and look at insurance files. So you need to keep your life separate.
Okay. And
the other thing is hire an attorney quickly.
That's always good advice, isn't it, Jack?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. You know, in this particular case, we're talking about products that are inherently pretty complex, especially now with the advent of new income riders that are attached to these by different companies. And is it safe to say that it's easy for a lot of misunderstandings with these products if you don't do your homework, in one sense?
I believe that's a very fair statement, yes.
Where do you see this particular ruling going? You said it's now on appeal. What do you think will likely happen?
I'm not sure, because the way it was worded, it was either worded very cleverly or very ineptly. The order spends 3 paragraphs talking about what a security is, and then the next paragraph talks about investment plans. But it never calls any of the annuities an investment plan.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what will happen. If it may come back that the state says, well, this does not involve securities at all, we're just going to strike those 4 paragraphs, or it could come down to the state saying under Dodd-Frank and under state insurance law, these things are not securities, therefore you have no jurisdiction.
Right.
But I'm not an attorney, so I have no clue at this point.
Okay. So in essence, then, this is an order. It's not a ruling, and it just, in the language of the order, it's intimating that these products are securities, which doesn't seal the deal in any way.
Not at all, no.
Okay. Because everybody's scared about this, Jack.
Well, they should be. This is not the first time a securities department has tried to expand their turf. And this is another example in Illinois specifically where they look like they're trying to expand their turf.
All right, well, we're going to continue to follow this story. If it's okay with you, can we call on you again for some commentary on this?
If I know anything, I'll be happy to share.
By the way, this is Jack Marrion. He is president of Advantage Compendium in St. Louis, an indexed annuity research firm. Jack, we are not worthy, but we appreciate your time.
Well, thank you very much.
And you're watching Annuity News Now.